Joining us now to talk about her upcoming history talk at Sylvan Lake Community Center is historian for Sylvan Lake, Helen Jane Peters. Talk to us a little bit about some of the things that she will be talking about at the Sylvan Lake Community Center happening next week. Helen Jane, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. This is very exciting.
So Helen Jane, can you begin with talking to us about the great history talk that you'll be presenting at the Sylvan Lake Community Center on April 28th? What will you be covering during that talk?
Well, we're going to start in the beginning of our history in Sylvan Lake. Last year in 2021, Sylvan Lake was 100 years old as a as a village. And this year, Sylvan Lake is 75 years old as a city. In 1947, Sylvan Lake became a city. But we're going to start in the beginning. In 1891, Merrill B. Mills purchased all the land that is now in Sylvan Lake. So we're going to talk a little bit about Merrill B. Mills. And then he built the Sylvan Lake Inn with a group of men. And the inn was there for 10 years, and then it burned down. After that, he gave the land to the Detroit Free Press to run the Free Press Fresh Air Camp, which was there for 55 years. And when the Free Press decided to stop having the camp, they donated the land to Sylvan Lake, to our city. It's 4 acres that overlook both sides of the lake, and it is just beautiful. And then from there, we're also going to talk about some land that land was donated to the Free Press first, and then it was donated to Sylvan Lake. But his daughter, after Merrill B. Mills passed away, his daughter received all of his holdings, and she donated what is now the property for the Sylvan Lake Ferndale Park. If you can see on this map, right along here is where, I'm sorry it's so shiny, they were going to have 13 building lots, and his daughter donated that to the city. And so that's where we now have Ferndale Park. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And a map that I just recently found, here we go, let's get it right side up. This is also Ferndale, where the park is. And there were 5 canals going from the lake to the road. So I'm going to tell how that became a park, a beautiful green grassy park where kids can, that's where our beach is, where people can swim, play games, play football, all kinds of things, picnic on our beautiful park. So I'm going to talk about that. Let me see. Oh, I'm going to talk about a very special man that was special to Sylvan Lake. His name was Howard Weideman. He was on the very first city council when we became a city, and he had so many good ideas. One of them was to fill in all those canals so that we can have our park there. And another thing that he did was to stop traffic going from Telegraph into Sylvan Lake. He blocked off Garland at the end of the street where it would go to Telegraph. So that saved a lot of traffic in Sylvan Lake. So those are some of the things we're going to talk about. It's going to, if you want to come and socialize with your neighbors and bring friends, we'll start at 6:30. If the program is going to start at 7. And I'm asking the communities to send me questions, something they'd like to know about. And they'll also be able to ask questions during the program. And I'm thankful that Civic Center TV can host this. And anything else you want to know? A lot of people ask me how long I've lived here. Well, I am going to show you the picture of the house I first lived in on Inverness that my parents purchased in 1938. And then we lived in, then my parents built a house on Parkway and moved there in 1956. And Pete and I have lived, and our family, our 2 children, have lived in the house on Garland for 51 years. So I did go to college, I did teach out of Sylvan Lake, and so I have not lived here continuously since I was born, but almost. So anyway, so I'm going to tell a little bit about that too. So it's going to be fun, and I'm hoping this is just going to be the first one of many of these programs, because there's so many little interesting little things that have happened here. And I am very fortunate to have attended Whitfield School, and I'm still in contact with my Whitfield friends. In fact, we are now having a Zoom call with our friends on everybody's birthday. So that's about once a month, and we get to see each other, we get to chit-chat about what we're doing and things like that. So it's just been a wonderful place to live and grow up, and I want everyone to know that. And so go ahead.
Helen Jane,
all the talking.
I was going to say, for someone that is looking for more information on how to attend this great historical talk that you are doing, can you share with us how they can get that information and if there's any pre-registration or sign-up needed?
There's no registration, just come and enjoy yourself. Write down any questions that you might have ahead of time. If there's future programs you'd like to know about, just write that down and I'll work on that. And let me see. We are very excited that our little city is the second smallest city in Oakland County. It might be Michigan. I'll have to look that up. But if they want more information, they could call City Hall probably, or they could call me if you want to do that. I don't know if I should give you my phone number or not.
we can put more information on our current events when we do it.
Yes, okay. But just come, because you're going to learn something that you didn't know about our little city. And we are so fortunate to have so much history here. And so I'm thrilled to be doing this. And there's just more and more things that we can talk about. So I'm hoping this is the first of many little talks like this.
Well, Helen Jane, we are very excited that you are hosting these talks, and thank you so much for joining us here on the Splash Live to give us a little bit of insight into what you'll be talking about next week.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the good advertising.